Adam was an ordinary young man living in a small town surrounded by forests and hills. He worked at a local store and spent most of his free time reading books or walking in nature. He liked the quiet and calm of his town. Nothing exciting ever happened there, and Adam was okay with that. He enjoyed simple things like watching the sunset, talking with neighbors, and listening to birds. One evening, after finishing his work, Adam decided to take a walk near the edge of the forest. The sun was going down, painting the sky with colors of orange and pink. The air was cool and fresh. Adam liked to walk here because it helped him relax and think about his day. As he walked deeper into the woods, he heard a strange noise. It was soft, like someone was crying. Adam stopped and looked around. The forest was quiet except for the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind. Curious, he followed the sound slowly. Soon he saw a girl sitting under a big tree. She looked different from anyone he had ever seen. Her hair was silver and shone in the fading light. Her eyes were big and bright, with a strange glow that caught Adam's attention. She wore clothes that looked unlike anything from the town, soft and smooth, almost like they were made from light. The girl looked scared and weak. She was holding her arm as if she was hurt. Adam's heart felt heavy seeing her in pain. He carefully approached her and asked, "Are you okay? Do you need help?" The girl looked at him with surprise, then nodded slowly. She didn't speak much English, but her eyes showed gratitude. Adam took off his jacket and gently wrapped it around her shoulders to keep her warm. He helped her stand, but she was still weak. Adam knew he had to get her somewhere safe. He decided to take her to his small home nearby. On the way, the girl touched his hand lightly, and Adam felt a strange warmth. He wondered what she really was. When they reached his house, Adam gave her water and some food. The girl smiled faintly, and for the first time, she spoke in a soft voice. Her words were strange but beautiful. Adam listened carefully and realized she was trying to tell him something very important. Over the next few days, Adam took care of the girl, who introduced herself as Lyra. She slowly recovered and began to trust him. Adam noticed that Lyra had special abilities. Sometimes she could make small lights dance with her fingers or understand things without speaking. Adam realized that Lyra was not from this world. He felt both amazed and confused. Who was she really? Where did she come from? And why was she here in his quiet town? One night, Lyra shared a secret with Adam. She explained in broken but clear words that she was from another planet far away. She had escaped because her home was in danger. She was alone and needed someone to help her survive. Adam listened with wide eyes. It sounded like a story from a book or a movie, but he could see the truth in Lyra's eyes. He decided he would protect her, no matter what. He knew this decision would change his life, but he didn't care. Saving Lyra was the right thing to do. However, Lyra told Adam something that surprised him even more. In her culture, if someone saves a person's life, there is a special bond formed. That bond means they must stay together forever, through marriage. Adam felt a mix of emotions. He didn't know what marriage to an alien girl meant or what would happen next. Despite his doubts, Adam promised Lyra he would not leave her alone. He felt responsible for her safety. He knew the world outside his home might not accept Lyra, but he was ready to face those challenges. As days passed, Adam and Lyra grew closer. They shared stories about their lives and learned from each other. Adam taught Lyra about Earth and human customs. Lyra shared stories about her planet's stars, colors, and traditions. But Adam also noticed strange things happening in the town. Some people saw odd lights in the sky. Animals acted nervously. Adam worried that someone might discover Lyra's secret. One evening, while walking with Lyra near the forest, Adam saw a group of strangers watching them from a distance. They looked serious and dangerous. Adam's heart raced. He realized that Helping Lyra was not just about kindness anymore. It was about protecting her from unknown threats. That night, Adam lay awake thinking about what lay ahead. Saving Lyra was only the beginning. Now he had to be brave for both of them. After a few days of staying at Adam's home, Lyra began to feel stronger. The strange world around her still made her nervous, but having Adam there gave her hope. She wanted to explain more about who she was and why she was on Earth. One evening, while they sat by the window watching the stars, Lyra finally shared her story in more detail. Lyra told Adam that her home was a planet far beyond the stars, a place very different from Earth. The people there were peaceful and had advanced technology. But her planet was facing a terrible problem. A powerful group wanted to control everything, and many were forced to leave to stay safe. Lyra had to run away to protect herself and her family. She didn't want to come to Earth, but it was the only place where she could hide for a while. Adam listened carefully, amazed by everything she said. It was hard to imagine a life so different from his own. Yet he could see how real it was in Lyra's eyes. She spoke softly, her voice filled with sadness and hope. Then Lyra told him about an important tradition from her planet. When someone saves your life, it creates a strong bond called the promise. This bond means the two people are connected forever, and it is honored by marriage. It was a serious promise, one that could not be broken. Lyra explained that because Adam saved her, they were now tied by this sacred rule. Adam felt surprised and confused. He had never heard of anything like this before. Marriage was something he understood on Earth, but this felt different, deeper and stronger. He wondered what it would mean for his life. Could he marry someone from another world? What would people say? Despite his questions, Adam didn't want to leave Lyra. He cared for her and felt responsible for her safety. He knew this promise was important to her and to her culture. Slowly, he accepted that his life was changing in ways he could not imagine. But the secret of Lyra's presence on Earth was hard to keep. Strange things began to happen in their town. People reported seeing strange lights in the sky, unusual noises at night, and some animals behaving oddly. The quiet town became restless, and rumors started to spread. One day, Adam noticed a group of unfamiliar people near the forest. They watched him and Lyra from behind trees and bushes. Adam felt a chill run down his spine. These people were not like the friendly neighbors. They were serious, quiet, and moved with purpose. Adam asked Lyra if she knew who they were. Lyra looked worried. She explained that they might be from the group searching for her on Earth. They wanted to bring her back to her planet, but for reasons that were not good. Lyra said that if they found her, she would be taken away, and danger would come to both of them. This scared Adam, but it also made him more determined. He promised Lyra that he would protect her no matter what. They needed to find a way to stay safe and keep the secret from spreading. Together, Adam and Lyra started to plan. They talked about hiding, moving if needed, and how to avoid being seen. Lyra taught Adam some small things from her world, ways to sense danger, and how to stay calm even in scary moments. Adam shared his knowledge about Earth and how to blend in. As days passed, their bond grew stronger. They learned to trust each other more deeply. Adam saw not just an alien girl, but a brave and kind person who needed a friend. Lyra found comfort in Adam's care and friendship. But the pressure was growing. The strangers did not leave. They watched carefully and sometimes followed from a distance. Adam knew that hiding forever was impossible. He started to feel the weight of responsibility on his shoulders. One afternoon, while Adam was working in the store, he heard about a strange event from a customer. A bright light had been seen near the forest, and some people were worried about what it could be. Adam's heart beat faster. He wondered if it was Lyra or the strangers nearby. He called Lyra and told her to be careful. She promised to stay inside and rest. But Adam knew it was only a matter of time before things would change. That night, Adam couldn't sleep. He looked out the window and saw stars shining above. He thought about Lyra's story, her planet, and the promise that connected them. His life was no longer ordinary. It was filled with mystery and danger, but also hope. Adam decided he would face whatever came next. He would not run away. Saving Lyra was just the beginning of their journey. Together, they had to find a way to live in a world that might not understand them, but where their bond could grow stronger every day. After some time, Adam and Lyra grew closer and learned a lot about each other's worlds. Lyra still struggled to understand Earth, and Adam found it hard to accept the strange traditions of her planet. Their lives were very different, but they wanted to make it work. Lyra was curious about everything around her, the small town, the people, the food, and the customs. She was amazed by how simple and peaceful life was here compared to her home planet. She loved the trees, the stars, and even the changing weather. But sometimes she felt lonely and missed her family. Adam tried to teach her about humans and their ways. He explained holidays, celebrations, and daily routines. Lyra listened carefully and asked many questions. She wanted to fit in, but it was not easy. Her alien appearance and strange habits made some people suspicious when they saw her briefly. To protect Lyra, Adam kept their secret carefully. Only his closest friends knew, and they promised to help. They helped Lyra learn how to dress and behave like the people in the town. She worked hard to understand human emotions and learned to smile and talk more naturally. At the same time, Adam was learning more about Lyra's culture. She told him about her people's deep respect for promises and family. Marriage was not just a celebration, but a lifelong commitment. It was a bond of trust and love, stronger than any other. Adam thought about the promise they shared, how saving her life meant they had to be together forever. He wondered what kind of future they would have. Would people accept them? Could he really marry someone from another world? While they tried to live normal lives, danger was never far away. The strangers who had been watching Lyra became bolder. One day, Adam noticed them closer to town, speaking in quiet voices and looking around as if searching. Adam and Lyra knew they had to be careful. Lyra sometimes used small powers to hide their tracks or create small lights to warn Adam of danger. These abilities amazed Adam, but he also worried about what would happen if the wrong people saw them. One afternoon, a local officer came to Adam's store, asking questions about strange noises and lights near the forest. Adam felt nervous but stayed calm. He gave careful answers and tried not to reveal anything about Lyra. Lyra was scared that night. She told Adam that the group searching for her might be working with some powerful leaders from her planet. They wanted to bring her back for reasons she did not want to explain fully. She trusted Adam with her fears and hopes. Adam decided they needed a plan. Staying in one place was dangerous. They thought about moving to a bigger city or even another country, but that would be hard for Lyra, who was still learning about Earth. Despite these challenges, Adam and Lyra found comfort in each other. They spent time talking about dreams and hopes. Lyra said she wanted to learn to live on Earth, not just hide. Adam promised to help her build a life where they could both be safe and happy. Their bond grew stronger every day. They understood that their connection was not just about the promise or marriage. It was about trust, friendship, and something deeper, love. But outside, the world was watching. Strange reports about unusual lights and mysterious figures spread. People were curious, and some were afraid. Adam knew they could not keep their secret forever. One evening, while walking near the forest, Adam and Lyra saw the strangers again. This time, the strangers spoke to them. They warned Lyra to come with them or face consequences. Adam stood in front of her, ready to protect her no matter what. Lyra looked at Adam with hope and fear. She trusted him to fight for their future. Together, they faced the strangers, showing courage and determination. In that moment, Adam realized how much he had changed. From a quiet young man, he became a protector, ready to face dangers for the girl he cared about. Lyra saw that Adam was not just a helper, but a partner. Their challenge was not over, but they were no longer afraid. They had each other, and that gave them strength. Life became more difficult for Adam and Lyra as time went on. The strangers who had been watching them grew more aggressive. They came closer to finding Lyra, and the danger felt real every day. Adam knew that protecting Lyra would take all his courage and strength. He couldn't let anything happen to her. One afternoon, while Adam was working in the store, he saw one of the strangers again. This time, the man was not hiding. He looked straight at Adam and spoke quietly, but clearly. "We want Lyra back. She belongs to us. If you protect her, there will be consequences." Adam's heart raced. The warning was serious. But he did not feel afraid. He felt determined. That night, Adam and Lyra talked for hours. Lyra told Adam more about her planet and the troubles she had left behind. She explained how powerful leaders there wanted her to return because she was important. Maybe more important than Adam realized. She was the daughter of a leader, someone who could change the fate of her people. This news shocked Adam. He had never imagined Lyra's story was so big. She wasn't just a scared girl from another planet. She was part of something much greater, but Lyra was scared too. She did not want to go back and risk losing her freedom. She wanted to live a peaceful life on Earth with Adam. Adam promised her he would stand by her no matter what. He told her that their bond was stronger than any threat. "We will face this together," he said. Lyra smiled softly, feeling hope for the first time in a long while. Days passed, and the strangers' visits became more frequent. One night they tried to enter Adam's house, but Adam was ready. He had made plans to keep Lyra safe. He had hidden places where she could stay and safe routes to escape if needed. When the strangers came that night, Adam and Lyra were not afraid. They stood side by side. Adam spoke firmly. "You cannot take her. She belongs here with me." The strangers looked surprised by his courage. They left, but Adam knew this was not the end. The next morning, Adam and Lyra decided it was time to act. They could not wait for danger to come to them. They needed to find a way to protect Lyra and stop the strangers from following them. Lyra told Adam about a special place on Earth, a hidden sanctuary where others like her had once found safety. It was far away, in a quiet forest, surrounded by mountains. Few people knew about it. Lyra believed they could go there and find help. Adam agreed immediately. Leaving their town was hard, but it was the only way. They packed what they could, and prepared to leave at night when no one would notice. Before they left, Adam called his closest friends. He asked them to watch the house and keep an eye out for danger. His friends promised to help. Adam felt lucky to have people who cared. That night, under the cover of darkness, Adam and Lyra started their journey. They walked quietly through the forest, following the stars. Lyra used her knowledge of the land to guide them safely. Adam held her hand, feeling her warmth and strength. The journey was long and tiring, but they did not stop. They knew the sanctuary was their best chance to be safe. Along the way, Adam learned more about Lyra's powers. She could create small shields to protect them from harm and sense danger before it happened. Sometimes they rested near rivers or small caves. They shared stories to keep their spirits strong. Adam told Lyra about his childhood and dreams. Lyra spoke of her home planet, the beauty of its skies, and her hope for peace. After days of travel, they finally reached the hidden sanctuary. It was more beautiful than Adam imagined. Tall trees, clear water, and a peaceful silence that felt like a hug. They were welcomed by others who understood Lyra's story. These people had also escaped danger from other worlds. At the sanctuary, Lyra and Adam found safety and friendship. They met wise leaders who promised to help protect Lyra and stop the strangers. Adam felt hope growing inside him. He knew this was a new beginning. But even in the sanctuary, the challenge was not over. Lyra had to face difficult choices about her past and future. She had to decide if she would return to her planet to help her people or stay on Earth with Adam. Adam supported her no matter what. He understood that their journey was more than just staying safe. It was about finding where they truly belonged. Together they prepared for what lay ahead. Their bond, built on trust and love, gave them the courage to face any challenge. Adam and Lyra's life had changed completely since they first met. Now, in the hidden sanctuary, they felt safer, but their future was still full of questions and challenges. Lyra's story was much bigger than either of them had imagined, and the promise they shared meant their lives were joined in a way that could not be undone. As they stayed in the sanctuary, they met others who had come from far places, people who understood what it meant to be different and to face danger. These new friends welcomed Adam and Lyra with open arms. They shared stories of their own journeys, their struggles, and their hopes for a better future. Adam found comfort in this new community. He learned that love and friendship could cross any boundary, even between worlds. Lyra taught him about her culture, her planet, and the dreams she still held. In return, Adam showed Lyra how to find happiness in simple things, a smile, a kind word, the beauty of the earth around them. The days passed with learning, healing, and planning. The leaders of the sanctuary worked to protect Lyra and help her understand her role. Lyra was important not just because of her past, but because of the future she could help create. She had a choice to make: to return to her home planet to help, bring peace, or to stay on Earth and build a new life with Adam. Lyra spent many nights thinking about this decision. She loved Adam and the life they were building, but she also felt responsibility for her people. She did not want to leave anyone behind to suffer. Adam listened quietly, supporting her without pressure. He knew this was her choice to make, but he also knew they were stronger together. One day, news came that the strangers who had once hunted Lyra were still searching. They had not given up. The leaders of the sanctuary prepared to stand with Adam and Lyra, ready to face whatever came next. When the moment came, Adam and Lyra stood side by side. They faced the threat with courage and hope, their bond sealed by the promise and strengthened by their love, gave them power beyond what they had imagined. The strangers were surprised by their strength and the support they had found. After a tense confrontation, the strangers left, realizing they could not break the connection between Adam and Lyra. This victory was not just about safety. It was about acceptance, about finding a place where two very different worlds could come together. Adam and Lyra's story became a symbol of hope for many, proof that love and bravery could overcome fear and division. With the danger behind them, Adam and Lyra decided to marry. Their wedding was simple but full of meaning. Friends from Earth and the sanctuary gathered to celebrate a new beginning. Lyra wore a dress that shimmered like the stars, and Adam smiled with pride and love. Their marriage was not just a promise between two people, but a bridge between two worlds. It showed that differences could be embraced and that together anything was possible. After the wedding, Adam and Lyra continued to build their life. They worked to bring peace and understanding between their people and others. Their story traveled far, inspiring others to open their hearts and minds. Lyra never forgot her home planet, and Adam never forgot the moment he found her under the tree. Together, They proved that saving someone's life could lead to a lifetime of love, adventure, and hope. Their journey was not always easy, but it was worth every step. Because sometimes, the most unexpected meetings can change everything, forever.